Good morning, you heard me, Stefan Lehman, Bedford Edinburgh Newscasts and local media. We're here with Dr. Shabeer from Terrace Road Veterinary Hospital with three barn owls, juvenile barn owls, about 3 weeks old. They were brought to the hospital about 10 days ago. They were found in a factory. And Dr. Shabeer, these barn owls, how are they doing?
Now these are doing very well. They're being taken care of by a volunteer now for South African Wildlife Rehab Centre, and they're growing. From the last time I saw them, they've got they're starting with their colouring now. They're looking very bright and alert. These are three of many that the wildlife guys have now, because there's just too many owls to raise. These will obviously be raised to adults and then be released back into the wild. Barn owls are very, very common. They're all over the place. These are the lucky ones that were reported and the wildlife guys could go in and get them.
Yes.
It doesn't always happen like that. There's still a lot of
misconception and stereotypes
around owls. So it's important if somebody finds them just to call the guys.
Yeah, get in touch with SA Wildlife Rehabilitation Centre. Get the right people involved, and get the animals the right assistance they need. Earlier we were speaking about the increase of owls that you've been treating and you've been assisting. You said,
I think it's becoming more and more common over the last few years.
Yes.
But I think also with the development and factories and people's houses, their habitat, call it habitat, or their environment is just decreasing a lot, or their space. So they're coming into contact with humans more, and that's never a good thing for them. Especially when we don't know what to do properly. We still put out rat poisons and stuff which can affect them, obviously eating these rats.
Yeah.
And there are alternatives. The other thing is like people's misconception, domestic animals, cats and dogs, all these things. And they're very common. Even in Edenvale, there's plenty owls. They're all over the place. We just don't see them because they're cleverer than us. But it's very important to just keep that in mind, that we need to take care of them. And
but speaking on the rat poison and that the types of injuries that you treat when these owls are brought in, are we speaking what type of injuries are most common?
So the ones that need my help specifically are normally physical injuries.
Yeah.
So fractures and concussion and things like that. Because repairing their bones is a bit tricky. The ones with the rat poisons and stuff, if they are poisoned, it's very difficult to pull them through. So a lot of those are found dead, or they're almost dead. Cat attacks and dog attacks and stuff are common. Barbed wires, getting caught in barbed wire fences, also very, very common.
Or electric fences, I can imagine.
Electric fences as well. And then the big one is obviously power lines for the bigger birds that fly a bit higher.
Like a fish eagle or secretary bird.
Like those are, I think, power lines, and it breaks very strong bones.
Yeah.
Because those birds are incredibly tough.
And now, when you're trying to repair, like say, a bird's humerus or something like that, how would you go about doing that?
Normally with them, we use external fixation, and all those implants that we put in, we remove.
Okay.
Well, it's important to remove because it adds weight to the bone, and then it's not the ideal thing for flying. A lot of birds have air in the top of the humerus.
Yeah.
Sometimes even the air sac can connect to the top of the humerus. So it's a little bit tricky. Lightweight implants, and then obviously we have the rehab people that have to take care of these animals for sometimes a month, sometimes even more, because then they need to fly again.
Retrain them how to fly.
Exactly,
retrain them how to hunt and
but
stuff.
But they know what they're doing, so I'm happy to fix them back quickly.
No, of course. And now, any advice to community members who may come across a wild animal of any kind, a bird?
I think the best thing is just, if I'm sure you can help with the details of the contact details for the wildlife people, for the SAWRC.
No, definitely.
And just to call them and get in touch with them, and I think that's even before they call a vet or go in. Obviously, if an animal is sick and injured and bleeding, take it straight to any vet.
No, of course.
But just to get the wildlife people on the phone and just ask them what to do and how to do it, and they're always happy to help. There's people all over the place that will make a plan to get the animals to them or to us or to somebody who can help them.
Rather get the animal to a professional.
Definitely.
Yeah, don't try be Steve Irwin. Don't try be an animal whisperer yourself.
Even personally, I would rather they sort it out because they know what they're doing and they do it much better than all of us.
Okay, no, perfect. Thank you so much for speaking to the news.
No, it's a pleasure, man. Cheers.